Welcome back, American coin hunter. The 1978 Lincoln cent is one of those coins that millions of people held in their pockets, jingling in cash registers. And yet, in the world of numismatics, it carries a quiet fascination. At first glance, it's just a simple 1-cent coin, a penny, the lowest denomination in U.S. currency. Yet, as collectors know, even the most common coin can harbor surprises. The 1978 Lincoln cent is no exception. This coin is part of the Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1978 version carries forward the tradition of Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that has been used since 1959 to honor Lincoln's legacy. Its obverse shows Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the words "In God We Trust" above, "Liberty" on the left, and the date, 1978, on the right. Coins struck in Denver also include a small D mint mark beneath the date, while those from San Francisco are marked with an S. Coins from Philadelphia bear no mint mark. The reverse of the 1978 cent features the Lincoln Memorial, an iconic symbol of American history. The inscriptions "United States of America" and 1 cent frame the memorial, and "E pluribus unum" appears above it. The coin's details are tiny but precise, showing the statue of Lincoln visible in the center of the memorial when examined closely. Physically, the 1978 penny has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, a weight of 3.11 grams, and a thickness of 1.52 millimeters. It is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, typical for pennies struck before the copper content was reduced in the 1980s. Its edge is smooth, and the coin has a faintly lustrous surface when uncirculated. Most 1978 pennies are common because millions were minted. Circulated examples often show wear, discoloration, and scratches from daily use. For the average collector, a standard circulated 1978 cent is worth little more than its face value. However, this coin can become much more interesting when we consider the possibility of minting errors. Mint errors occur when the coin is struck incorrectly, either due to machinery issues, human error, or planchet defects. In 1978, common errors include off-center strikes, where the coin does not line up perfectly with the die, resulting in part of the design missing or misaligned. Another error is double strikes, where the coin receives a second impression, creating overlapping images and text. Clipped planchets, where the metal blank is improperly cut, also appear occasionally. Broad strike errors can happen if the coin collar fails during striking, allowing the metal to spread outward. Repunched mint marks occur when the mint mark is stamped more than once in slightly different positions. Some 1978 pennies are found on incorrect planchets, such as coins struck on a dime or nickel blank. These are exceedingly rare and highly sought after by collectors, sometimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on condition. While standard 1978 pennies are worth only a few cents or dollars, rare error coins or uncirculated examples can fetch significantly higher prices in numismatic circles. Collectors prize these coins not only for their rarity, but also for the story they tell about the minting process. Each error is a glimpse into the mechanics of coin production and a chance to own something truly unique. The 1978 Lincoln cent, then, is both an everyday coin and a potential treasure, depending on the eye of the beholder and the luck of the strike. Even today, those who search their change, coin rolls, or old collections might stumble upon a 1978 cent with a slight anomaly, a doubled letter, an off-center impression, or a faint mint mark mistake. And for those who do, the thrill is real. From mundane pennies to rare errors, the 1978 Lincoln cent remains a small coin with a surprisingly rich story, bridging everyday life and the meticulous world of coin collecting. Now that we've covered the basics of the 1978 Lincoln cent, it's time to explore what really makes some of these pennies exciting to collectors: minting errors. While the majority of 1978 cents are ordinary coins, there exists a small percentage that escape the mint's quality control, creating anomalies that are highly sought after today. These errors range from subtle and barely noticeable to dramatic and eye-catching, each telling a story about the coin's journey through the minting process. One of the most fascinating errors for the 1978 cent is the off-center strike. During striking, The planchet, the blank piece of metal, must be perfectly aligned with the coin die. Occasionally, the planchet shifts, causing the image of Lincoln or the Lincoln Memorial to be struck off-center. Depending on how far off-center the strike is, part of the design may be completely missing, or the coin may have an unusually wide blank area. Collectors prize these coins because they are clearly recognizable as mistakes and are relatively rare compared to standard cents. Off-center strikes can range from minor, barely noticeable misalignments to extreme misstrikes where over 50% of the design is missing. The value of an off-center 1978 penny depends on the degree of misalignment and the coin's condition. Minor misalignments might sell for a few dollars, while extreme errors in mint state condition can fetch hundreds of dollars at auction. Another captivating error is the double strike. This occurs when the coin is struck twice by the die, producing overlapping images and sometimes doubling the date or letters. On a 1978 cent, a double strike might cause Lincoln's profile to appear slightly duplicated or the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse to have ghostly, shifted lines. The double strike error is rare and highly collectible, especially if the doubling is bold and clearly visible. These coins often sell for hundreds of dollars, depending on the strength of the double impression and overall coin preservation. Clip planchets are another category of errors that can appear on 1978 pennies. This happens when the blank metal disc is improperly cut from the sheet, leaving a portion of the coin missing in a smooth curve or irregular shape. These errors are visually striking and immediately catch a collector's eye. Clip planchets can be valued anywhere from $50 to several $100s, depending on size, shape, and condition. Broad strike errors occur when the coin's collar, which normally holds the planchet in place during striking, fails. This allows the metal to spread outward, producing a larger than normal penny with a distorted design. While less common than off-center strikes or double strikes, broad strike pennies are prized for their dramatic appearance and rarity. On the market, a broad strike 1978 cent in uncirculated condition can command prices from $100 up to $500 or more. Perhaps one of the most intriguing errors for the 1978 Lincoln cent is the wrong planchet strike. While exceedingly rare, some pennies were accidentally struck on planchets intended for other coins, such as dimes or nickels. These coins have incorrect diameter, weight, or metal composition, making them instantly recognizable to trained collectors. Such wrong planchet errors are some of the most valuable, with certain examples selling for thousands of dollars, depending on severity and rarity. Repunched mint marks are another subtle but collectible error. Sometimes, the mint mark on a coin is stamped twice, slightly misaligned, or in a faint overlapping position. On a 1978 D or S penny, a repunched mint mark may appear as a shadow or doubling effect beneath the primary letter. These are generally less dramatic than off-center or double strikes, but they attract collectors because they are authentic mint mistakes and can be verified with careful inspection. Repunched mint marks typically increase a coin's value by tens to low hundreds of dollars, depending on visibility and condition. Collectors also look for die cracks, die chips, and planchet flaws. A die crack occurs when the coin die itself develops a crack, transferring the imperfection to the coin during striking. These cracks can appear as raised lines or irregularities on the surface of a 1978 cent. Similarly, die chips create small raised bumps where metal filled a gap in the die. Planchet flaws include imperfections in the metal blank, such as laminations, pits, or discolorations. While not as dramatic as other errors, these features can still increase the collectability and value of a coin, especially if they are distinctive and in high-grade condition. For collectors interested in market value, it's important to understand that condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70. A 1978 penny with an error in circulated condition may be worth a modest premium, while an uncirculated or mint state error can sell for significant amounts. For example, an MS 65 1978 off-center penny might fetch several $100s, whereas the same error in circulated condition could be worth only $20 to $50. Auction houses and numismatic experts recommend careful handling of these coins. Preserving their surfaces, avoiding cleaning, and storing them in protective holders ensures that their value is not diminished. Professional grading by organizations such as PCGS or NGC can certify authenticity, grade the coin, and often increase marketability. Coins with rare errors often perform better at auctions when certified and professionally graded. In addition to individual coins, collectors often search through rolls, bags, or even pocket change for these errors. The excitement lies in the possibility of finding a unique 1978 penny hiding among thousands of ordinary ones. It's this thrill of discovery that keeps collectors returning to coin hunts year after year. Even the smallest anomaly, a faint doubling of letters, a tiny off-center impression, or a clipped edge, can transform an everyday penny into a collectible treasure. The 1978 Lincoln cent, therefore, represents both familiarity and potential surprise. Its common circulation history makes it accessible, yet its errors, uncirculated examples, and rare planchet mistakes make it a coin that commands attention, curiosity, and sometimes impressive value. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced collector, examining a 1978 cent for errors can reveal a tiny piece of numismatic history that is both educational and financially rewarding. While most 1978 Lincoln cents are ordinary and commonly found in change, some coins have risen to prominence among collectors because of their errors, exceptional condition, or rarity. The market value of these coins varies widely depending on several factors: the type of error, the coin's grade, whether it has been certified, and demand among collectors. Starting with standard coins, a typical 1978 Lincoln cent in circulated condition generally holds little more than face value, just a penny. Uncirculated coins, especially those graded mint state, MS 63 to 65, may fetch $1 to $20, depending on their original luster and absence of wear. Coins that retain their red copper coloring, RD designation, command higher premiums than those that have toned or darkened over time. Examples graded MS 65 RD are especially desirable and can sell for around $20 to $30 in reputable coin markets or online auctions. The real collector interest, however, lies in error coins. For instance, off-center strikes occur when the planchet is not properly aligned with the die during striking, resulting in part of the design missing or shifted. The degree of off-center dramatically influences value. Minor misalignments may sell for $20 to $50, while extreme off-center strikes, especially those missing 40 to 50% of the design, can reach $200 to $500 or more at auction, particularly if the coin is uncirculated. Double strikes are another highly collectible error. These happen when a coin is struck more than once, often producing overlapping images. On a 1978 cent, this can cause doubling of Lincoln's profile, the date, or even the lettering on the reverse. Bold, clear double strikes in high-grade condition can sell for $100 to $400, with values depending on the strength and visibility of the doubling. Clipped planchets, where a coin is struck on a partially cut or improperly shaped blank, create coins with missing segments along the edge. These errors are visually striking and highly sought after. Depending on size and condition, a clipped planchet 1978 cent can command prices ranging from $50 to several $100s. Broad strike errors occur when the collar that holds the planchet fails, causing the coin to spread out and appear larger than normal, with distorted designs. While less common than other errors, broad strike 1978 pennies are prized for their unusual appearance and can reach $100 to $500 or more for top-grade examples. Perhaps the rarest are coins struck on the wrong planchet, such as a penny struck on a dime or nickel blank. These coins are instantly recognizable to experienced collectors because they have incorrect diameter, weight, or metallic composition. Depending on condition, these coins may sell for hundreds to low thousands of dollars, particularly if they are verified and graded by a professional numismatic service. Repunched mint marks, RPMs, also attract collector attention. These occur when the mint mark is stamped more than once, slightly offset, or overlapping. A clear and distinct RPM on a 1978 D or S penny can add $50 to $150 to its value, depending on visibility and coin grade. Even subtle die cracks or planchet imperfections, while less dramatic, can add modest premiums, particularly if the coin is uncirculated and visually appealing. Collectors should note that professional authentication and grading is often essential for selling rare error coins. Services like PCGS and NGC verify authenticity, assign a grade, and encapsulate the coin, which significantly boosts buyer confidence and market value. Auction houses generally prefer certified coins, and high-grade error coins often command premium prices when certified. It's important to be skeptical of sensational claims online. Stories about 1978 pennies selling for millions are almost always exaggerated or unverified. Established auction records and numismatic price guides indicate that even the rarest, top-grade, error 1978 Lincoln cents realistically fetch prices in the hundreds to low thousands of dollars, depending on rarity, condition, and collector demand. While exciting, there are no verified sales reaching millions, so accurate, research-based evaluation is essential for collectors. In conclusion, the 1978 Lincoln cent may appear ordinary, but errors, high-grade examples, and unique planchet anomalies turn it into a fascinating collectible. Whether you're examining a coin from your pocket change, searching through rolls, or participating in auctions, understanding the types of errors, the significance of condition, and realistic market values helps you navigate the numismatic world with confidence. For collectors, the excitement lies in discovering that one coin that tells a story far beyond its humble 1-cent face value. Now that we've explored the history, design, errors, and market values of the 1978 Lincoln cent, it's time to talk about how you, as a collector, can inspect your coins and determine their potential value. Even though many 1978 pennies are common, a careful eye can uncover errors or exceptionally preserved coins worth significantly more than face value. The first step in examining a 1978 penny is to inspect the date and mint mark. Look carefully at the 1978 and check for a mint mark beneath it. Coins from Philadelphia will have no mint mark, Denver coins have a small d, and San Francisco coins are marked S. Verify that the mint mark is clear and not doubled or repunched. Subtle doubling or shadows behind the letter can indicate a repunched mint mark, which is a collectible error. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe with at least 10x magnification to get a close view. Next, examine the strike alignment. Hold the coin under good lighting and check if Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial is centered. Look for any signs of off-center strikes, where part of the design is missing or misaligned. Even a minor shift can make a coin more interesting to collectors. If the coin is severely off-center, with a large portion of the design missing, it can significantly increase its value. The surface of the coin is also critical. Check for scratches, dings, or discoloration. Coins with original red luster, RD, are more valuable than those that have darkened or toned over time. Avoid cleaning or polishing the coin, as that can damage the surface and lower its value. Next, weigh and measure the coin. A standard 1978 penny should weigh approximately 3.11 grams and have a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Deviations in weight or size can indicate wrong planchet errors, where the coin was struck on the wrong metal blank. Such errors are rare and highly collectible. A simple digital scale and caliper can help you verify these measurements. Look carefully at the edges and planchet. Check for clipped planchets, where part of the edge is missing, or broad strike errors, where the coin appears unusually large or stretched. Also inspect for die cracks or die chips, which appear as raised lines or bumps on the coin surface. Even subtle irregularities can increase collectability if the coin is in uncirculated or high-grade condition. Photographing the coin is another important step, especially if you plan to sell or get it graded. Use a high-resolution camera and take pictures from multiple angles under good lighting. Capture the obverse, reverse, edges, and any areas with noticeable errors. Clear photographs help professional graders and potential buyers assess the coin's features and condition. If you find a coin with a potential error or exceptional preservation, consider professional grading. Reputable services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, authenticate the coin, assign it a grade, and encapsulate it in a protective holder. Certified coins often sell for higher prices at auction and give buyers confidence that the coin is genuine. Finally, proper storage and handling are essential. Store coins in acid-free holders, capsules, or coin flips to prevent scratches, moisture damage, or oxidation. Avoid handling coins directly with bare hands. Use cotton gloves or handle by the edges to preserve the surface. A small investment in proper storage can protect the value of even a modestly priced coin. By following these steps: careful inspection, weighing, measuring, photographing, and potentially grading, you can evaluate a 1978 Lincoln cent like a professional collector. Even if your coin turns out to be a standard circulated penny, the knowledge you gain about errors, mint marks, and grading will make you a more informed and confident collector. The thrill of discovering a unique error or a pristine example is part of the excitement that keeps collectors hunting through pocket change, rolls, and old coin collections. In summary, inspecting a 1978 Lincoln cent requires patience, attention to detail, and the right tools. Every tiny detail, from mint mark placement to edge shape, can tell a story about how the coin was struck and whether it might be a collectible treasure. With practice, you can spot errors, assess condition, and understand realistic market value, turning even a humble penny into a fascinating journey into the world of numismatics. While inspecting and collecting 1978 Lincoln cents is exciting on its own, some coins have gained legendary status in the numismatic world because of their unique errors or exceptional condition. These stories not only illustrate the rarity and value of certain coins, but also highlight why collectors stay alert when examining even the most ordinary pennies. One famous story involves a 1978 penny struck on a wrong planchet, meaning the blank metal used was intended for a dime instead of a penny. The coin was discovered by a collector going through rolls purchased from a local bank. At first glance, it looked slightly smaller and lighter than a normal penny. Under magnification, the edges and surface revealed unmistakable differences in metal composition. Once authenticated by a professional grading service, the coin drew the attention of collectors and sold at auction for several $100s. While not a seven-figure sale, it demonstrated the extraordinary value even a small anomaly can command. Another well-known example is the extreme off-center strike. A coin missing almost 50% of Lincoln's portrait was found in a collection decades after its minting. The dramatic misalignment made it visually striking and instantly recognizable as an error. When it went to auction, collectors competed fiercely, recognizing that coins with this level of off-center strike are exceptionally rare. Ultimately, it sold for a price far above typical circulated pennies, highlighting how dramatic errors are the most sought after by specialized collectors. Double strike pennies from 1978 also have interesting stories. One collector noticed faint doubling on the letters of the word Liberty and the date. After careful inspection and certification, the coin was listed for sale and received multiple bids from error collectors nationwide. This shows that even subtle mistakes, if authentic and properly documented, can attract attention and add value. A 1978 Lincoln cent with a clipped planchet made headlines when it appeared in an online auction. The missing segment of metal was perfectly smooth, creating an unmistakable curved edge. The coin's sharp features and well-preserved surfaces increased its desirability. Collectors appreciated not only the rarity, but also the visual uniqueness, which is a key factor in numismatic appeal. From these examples, a few important lessons emerge for collectors hoping to maximize the value of a 1978 penny. First, authenticate and grade the coin. Professional services like PCGS and NGC can verify errors, confirm that the coin is genuine, and assign a numerical grade based on condition. Certified coins usually sell for higher prices, and buyers have more confidence in their purchase. Second, document the coin carefully. High-resolution photographs under proper lighting help showcase features such as off-center strikes, doubled letters, or clipped edges. A clear visual record supports authentication and makes the coin more attractive to buyers, whether in auctions or private sales. Third, understand the market. Rare errors and high-grade coins often command premium prices, but knowing realistic value ranges is crucial. A coin that is lightly off-center in circulated condition may be worth only a few dollars, while dramatic errors in uncirculated condition can fetch hundreds. Researching previous auction sales, verified listings, and collector forums helps set expectations and avoid over- or undervaluing a coin. Fourth, handle coins properly. Preserve surfaces by using cotton gloves, holding coins by the edges, and storing them in protective holders. Coins with scratches, clean surfaces, or environmental damage lose value quickly, regardless of rarity. Proper storage in capsules, flips, or acid-free holders maintains quality and ensures that a collector's investment is protected. Finally, collectors should stay patient and observant. Many legendary era pennies were discovered in old collections or loose change. The thrill comes from carefully examining coins, spotting unique characteristics, and recognizing the potential of what might otherwise seem ordinary. Even a small anomaly in a 1978 Lincoln cent can transform it from a common penny into a sought-after collectible. In short, the stories of these notable 1978 era pennies illustrate why collectors are drawn to this seemingly modest coin. Each missed strike, clipped planchet, or double strike carries a narrative about the minting process, human error, and chance. With careful observation, proper authentication, and knowledge of the market, a collector can turn even a humble 1978 Lincoln cent into an exciting piece of numismatic history. Once you've seen the famous 1978 Lincoln cent errors and heard the auction stories, the next step for any collector is learning how to spot rare errors in your own coins. This requires attention to detail, the right tools, and patience, but it can be incredibly rewarding. The first tip is to use magnification. A standard magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe with at least 10x power allows you to inspect small details that the naked eye cannot see. Look closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering. Subtle doubling, faint repunched mint marks, or tiny misalignments can indicate valuable errors. Next, check the alignment of the strike. Hold the coin under a strong light and rotate it slowly. For off-center strikes, you may notice that Lincoln's portrait or the Lincoln Memorial is shifted, missing part of the design, or not perfectly centered. Even small misalignments can increase value if the coin is in good condition. Extreme off-center strikes are rarer and command higher collector interest. Weighing and measuring the coin is another critical step. A standard 1978 penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams. If your coin is noticeably lighter, it may have been struck on the wrong planchet, which is a rare and highly collectible error. Similarly, measuring the diameter with a caliper can confirm whether the coin is on a correct planchet or not. Inspect the edges and surfaces carefully. Look for clipped planchets, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing, or broad strike errors, where the coin appears larger than normal due to collar failure during striking. Check for die cracks, chips, or surface anomalies. Even minor imperfections can make a coin collectible. Another important tip is to compare your coin to reference images. Use trusted numismatic guides, auction records, or online coin databases to match your coin against known errors or variations. This helps you identify whether a misalignment, doubling, or planchet anomaly is genuine or simply minor wear. For those building a 1978 penny collection, consider collecting by error type, mint mark, and grade. For example, you could aim to collect a standard circulated penny from each mint, an uncirculated penny from each mint, and examples of each major error type: off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks, and wrong planchets. A structured approach makes your collection more meaningful and easier to document or sell in the future. Proper storage and handling are essential for long-term value. Store coins in acid-free flips, capsules, or holders. Avoid touching the coin surfaces directly with your fingers. Use cotton gloves and handle by the edges. Keep coins in a cool, dry place to prevent corrosion or discoloration. High-grade or error coins can lose significant value if damaged or poorly stored. If your goal is to invest in 1978 pennies, focus on authenticity, condition, and rarity. Coins with verified errors and certified grades tend to retain and increase value over time. Monitor auction results, collector forums, and coin guides to stay informed about pricing trends. Remember that the most valuable coins are those that combine rarity, high-grade condition, and clear, documented error features. Lastly, patience is key. Many legendary 1978 penny errors were discovered by collectors who took the time to examine rolls of coins, old collections, or inherited pennies. The thrill comes from discovering something unique, a coin that tells a story of minting, error, and chance. Even a seemingly ordinary 1978 Lincoln cent can surprise you if you know what to look for. By combining careful inspection, proper storage, research, and awareness of the market, collectors can not only enjoy the hobby, but also uncover coins with genuine value. Each 1978 penny carries history, potential errors, and a chance to become a noteworthy addition to a collection. Whether your goal is curiosity, collecting, or investment, understanding these fundamentals makes every coin hunt an exciting journey. Beyond basic errors and uncirculated coins, some 1978 Lincoln cents are especially prized for rare combinations of features that make them stand out even more to collectors. For example, a coin that is both an off-center strike and a clipped planchet immediately commands attention. These overlapping errors are less common than a single error type, and when discovered in high-grade condition, they can become centerpiece coins in a collection. Collectors often search specifically for these unusual combinations because they are visually striking and historically significant. Some of the most talked about 1978 error pennies are those with double errors, such as a coin struck on the wrong planchet that also exhibits a repunched mint mark or die crack. Each additional anomaly increases its rarity and interest. These coins illustrate how small mistakes at the mint, the pressure of striking, planchet misplacement, or die misalignment, can accidentally produce something truly unique. Auction houses occasionally report extraordinary sales for rare or combination error pennies. While most standard 1978 pennies sell for only a few dollars, dramatic off-center strikes or double-struck coins have fetched hundreds of dollars. For instance, an MS64 1978 penny with a severe off-center strike sold for roughly $350, demonstrating how condition and error type combine to determine value. Another coin, a clipped planchet with a faint double strike, reached $420 at a specialized coin auction, surprising even seasoned collectors. These examples highlight that while 1978 pennies are generally common, exceptional specimens can command serious attention. Collectors often seek coins with unique mint mark anomalies. A repunched D mint mark can look like a shadow or faint doubling beneath the primary letter, and such subtle errors, when clearly visible, are considered highly collectible. Similarly, coins with unusually strong die cracks or prominent die chips are valued for their distinctiveness. These tiny imperfections are fascinating because they reveal the mechanical and human aspects of the minting process, showing exactly where something went off in a production line of millions of coins. Another category that excites collectors is proof and special collector strikes. In 1978, proof pennies from the San Francisco Mint were produced with extra care and often have mirror-like surfaces. While not errors in the traditional sense, high-grade proof coins are extremely desirable for their flawless condition and can sell for significantly more than business strikes. Collectors sometimes search for proof pennies that also exhibit minting anomalies, which further increases their rarity and appeal. It's also worth noting the stories behind these coins. Many notable error pennies were discovered in unexpected places, hidden in coin rolls from banks, found in the change jars of grandparents, or even inherited from long-forgotten collections. The thrill of discovering a rare 1978 penny is not just about value. It's about uncovering a piece of history that most people would overlook. Every small imperfection tells a story of how the mint produced millions of coins and how a tiny error escaped detection to become a collectible. For collectors, understanding market trends is critical. Rare errors and high-grade coins tend to hold or increase in value over time, especially when certified and authenticated. Watching auction results, following collector forums, and staying informed about grading standards can help collectors identify when a coin is undervalued or highly sought after. Coins with overlapping errors, striking anomalies, or proof characteristics are often the most exciting and potentially lucrative finds. Ultimately, the 1978 Lincoln cent offers something for every level of collector, from casual enthusiasts who enjoy searching for subtle differences in mint marks, to advanced collectors who seek high-grade errors and dramatic anomalies. Its mix of commonality and hidden potential makes it a fascinating subject for study, collection, and even investment. A single coin can tell a story of American history, the minting process, and the luck of discovery, showing that even a humble 1-cent piece can carry enormous intrigue in the world of numismatics. Now that we've explored famous 1978 Lincoln cent errors, auction highlights, and rare combinations, it's time to dive into advanced strategies for collectors who want to truly understand the nuances of error detection, grading, and maximizing value. While basic inspection and magnification help identify obvious anomalies, advanced collectors look for subtle details that can make a coin exceptionally valuable. One of the most important skills is grading coins accurately. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. Even minor differences in strike quality, luster, and surface marks can make a significant difference in value. For example, an MS65 uncirculated 1978 cent with minor scratches is worth far less than an MS65 coin with full original red luster and no contact marks. Collectors should learn to evaluate the coin's surface under bright light, looking for bag marks, abrasions, and tonal differences that affect grade. A second advanced tip is examining die characteristics carefully. Die cracks, die chips, and repunched mint marks are often subtle and require patience to detect. Die cracks may appear as raised lines or fissures on the coin's surface, often following the contour of the design. Die chips manifest as small bumps, usually near the letters or design features. These imperfections are highly collectible, especially when they appear on high-grade coins. Repunched mint marks can sometimes be seen as shadows, doubling, or faint secondary impressions beneath the primary mint mark. Collectors should compare these features with reference images and documented error guides to verify authenticity. Understanding strike angles and centering is another key factor. Advanced collectors measure the alignment of the obverse and reverse to determine if the coin qualifies as an off-center strike or broad strike error. Coins with dramatic misalignment, such as 30 to 50% off-center, are far more valuable than minor misalignments. Using a magnifying loupe and comparing with perfectly centered coins helps quantify the error accurately. Collectors should also pay attention to planchet anomalies. The composition, weight, and diameter of a coin can reveal rare mistakes, such as wrong planchet strikes. Weigh the coin precisely with a digital scale and measure diameter using calipers. Deviations from the standard 3.11 grams and 19.05 millimeters can indicate that a penny was struck on a planchet intended for another denomination. Even small deviations, if confirmed and documented, can dramatically increase the coin's desirability. Documentation is critical for maximizing value. Take high-resolution photographs from multiple angles under strong, even lighting. Capture obverse, reverse, edges, and close-ups of any errors. If possible, record measurements and weights, and note any distinguishing characteristics. Professional graders and buyers often rely on this documentation to verify the coin's authenticity and condition before purchase. Certification by a reputable grading service, such as PCGS or NGC, is the next step for advanced collectors. Certified coins are encapsulated in protective holders and assigned a grade. Authentication not only proves the coin's legitimacy, but also allows it to achieve higher prices at auction. Coins with rare errors, high grades, or unique combinations of anomalies often sell for significantly more when certified. Finally, advanced collectors stay informed about market trends and auction results. Prices for 1978 Lincoln cent errors fluctuate based on rarity, demand, and overall collector interest. Monitoring auctions, collector forums, and coin guides helps determine realistic values. Coins with overlapping errors, dramatic misstrikes, or proof characteristics are typically the most sought after. Patience is key. The right buyer may pay a premium for a truly unique specimen. In essence, mastering advanced coin inspection, die analysis, grading nuances, and proper documentation allows collectors to discover, evaluate, and maximize the value of 1978 Lincoln cents. What may seem like a simple penny in your pocket could, under careful scrutiny, reveal a fascinating minting error or a high-grade example worthy of serious collector interest. With practice, knowledge, and attention to detail, even a single 1978 Lincoln cent can tell an incredible story, bridging everyday life with the sophisticated world of numismatics. As we move deeper into the world of 1978 Lincoln cents, it's essential to understand realistic value ranges for the different types of coins and errors, and how collectors can make informed decisions to maximize long-term value. While sensational claims sometimes appear online, the actual market is guided by condition, rarity, and documented demand. Starting with standard 1978 pennies, Circulated coins are generally worth just face value, though some minor variations may bring $0.10 to $1 depending on condition. Uncirculated business strikes graded MS63 to MS65 may fetch $1 to $20, with coins retaining full red luster, RD, earning the higher end of that range. The red coloration is highly desirable because it indicates the coin has not oxidized and retains its original copper sheen. Off-center strikes are among the most popular errors. Minor misalignments may sell for $20 to $50, while extreme off-center strikes where 40 to 50% of the design is missing can command $100 to $500, particularly if the coin is uncirculated. Coins with dramatic misalignment are scarce, making them highly sought after by specialized error collectors. Double-struck coins are also valuable. If the doubling is faint or limited to small letters, it may be worth $50 to $150. Bold and clear double strikes, especially those affecting Lincoln's portrait or the date, can reach $200 to $400. These coins are prized because they visibly illustrate a minting error, making them exciting additions to collections. Clipped planchets are relatively rare and visually striking. Depending on the size and smoothness of the clip, a 1978 penny can sell for $50 to $400. Larger, dramatic clips that are well preserved are the most valuable. Coins that combine a clipped planchet with another error, such as an off-center strike, often exceed these ranges because of the rarity of the combination. Broad strike errors, caused by a collar failure during striking, result in coins that appear stretched or slightly larger than standard. High-grade examples can sell for $100 to $500. These errors are less common than minor misalignments, but highly collectible due to their unusual appearance. The rarest category is wrong planchet strikes, such as pennies struck on dime or nickel blanks. These are extremely unusual and often command hundreds to over $1,000, depending on condition, documentation, and verification by professional grading services. Authentic examples are prized because they are genuine mistakes that almost never occurred. Repunched mint marks, RPMs, and die anomalies such as cracks or chips can add modest to significant premiums. Minor RPMs or small die cracks may add $20 to $100 to value, while dramatic or unusual examples in uncirculated condition may reach $200 to $300. Collectors prize these anomalies because they demonstrate the human and mechanical side of coin production. For long-term investment strategies, collectors should focus on a few key principles. Condition is everything. Uncirculated coins with original color and no surface damage hold value best. Even rare errors lose premium if the surface is scratched, cleaned, or toned improperly. Authenticate and document. Certification from PCGS or NGC significantly boosts credibility and value. High-resolution photos and detailed notes on error types are essential. Know the market. Track auction results and verified sales. Prices for 1978 pennies, even errors, fluctuate based on collector interest and availability. Coins with dramatic visual appeal sell faster, and for higher prices, focus on rarity and uniqueness. Coins with multiple errors, unusual planchets, or dramatic misalignment are more valuable than single, minor anomalies. Combining rarity with excellent condition maximizes potential return, patience, and research. Legendary error pennies were often found in bankrolls, old collections, or loose change. Studying reference guides, observing trends, and carefully inspecting coins increases the likelihood of discovering valuable pieces. Ultimately, while most 1978 Lincoln cents remain common, errors and high-grade examples represent real opportunities for collectors. Even a modest coin can become highly collectible when it exhibits unusual features or exceptional preservation. With knowledge, careful handling, and a strategic approach, collectors can enjoy both the thrill of discovery and the potential for long-term value in the world of 1978 Lincoln cent errors. As we reach the end of this journey through the 1978 Lincoln cent, it's clear that what might seem like a simple 1-cent coin holds a universe of history, intrigue, and opportunity for collectors. From the standard circulated penny to uncirculated red coins, from subtle mint mark anomalies to dramatic off-center strikes and clipped planchets, each 1978 penny tells its own story. The minting process, while precise, was never perfect, And it is those imperfections that transform an everyday coin into a collectible treasure. For collectors, the thrill lies in the hunt. Sorting through rolls, examining coins under magnification, and comparing them to reference guides can reveal small but significant details that elevate a coin's value. Every detail, from the tiniest die crack to a faint repunched mint mark, can make the difference between a standard penny and a sought-after collector piece. Even coins that appear ordinary may surprise you once examined carefully with the right tools, knowledge, and patience. The market for 1978 Lincoln cents is a delicate balance of rarity, condition, and demand. While most coins are worth little more than face value, certified error coins and high-grade uncirculated pennies can command hundreds of dollars or more. Dramatic off-center strikes, double-struck coins, clipped planchets, and wrong planchet pennies are examples of how mistakes in the minting process create extraordinary opportunities for collectors. Certification, proper storage, and careful documentation amplify value and credibility, making these coins both collectible and potentially lucrative. Beyond value, each coin represents a story of the minting process, the hands that struck and handled it, and the chance discovery by a collector decades later. These stories are what make coin collecting exciting, rewarding, and endlessly fascinating. From the casual hobbyist enjoying the history and design of Lincoln's portrait, to the advanced collector seeking rare errors and unique combinations, the 1978 Lincoln cent offers something for everyone. For viewers, the key takeaways are clear: patience, careful inspection, knowledge of grading and errors, and proper handling are essential for discovering and preserving valuable coins. Keep an eye out for off-center strikes, double strikes, clipped planchets, repunched mint marks, die cracks, and other anomalies. Even if you never find the rarest errors, the process of exploring and learning about these coins adds immense value to your collection and your experience as a collector. In conclusion, the 1978 Lincoln cent is far more than a penny. It is a piece of American history, a testament to the artistry and mechanics of the mint, and a potential treasure for collectors willing to look closely, study carefully, and appreciate the subtle details that make each coin unique. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced collector, the excitement of finding a rare error or an uncirculated gem is timeless. Every 1978 Lincoln cent holds a story, and each story is waiting for someone like you to uncover. So keep hunting, keep studying, and most importantly, enjoy the incredible world of coin collecting. Who knows? That ordinary penny in your pocket today could be tomorrow's prized collector's treasure. The 1978 Lincoln cent is proof that even the smallest coin can have the biggest story.